try to like connect this stuff. I've never done this, and I'm going live right now. This is really weird. Can you hear me? What about now? Cheeseburgers. Ooh. I actually have I have one person on here, and I honestly have no idea what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, he literally did. This is funny. Back-to-back studio. Welcome to my studio. I'm over here rummaging through my fucking bag. Thought I had a pair of headphones in here. But I don't know what the fuck happened to them. Let's see. Cheeseburgers. Let's see if this works. All right. So podcast. All right. We're going to go with UFO stories, personal experiences, and videos, and news articles. Well, I've had a couple experiences. When I mean a couple, I have had at least 12 growing up in Mayville, Michigan. So there's one night, I'm probably, God, how old was I? I was like 12 years old. And I was walking home with my brother and his buddy, Jalen. And literally this town of Mayville in Michigan, it's just literally just a crossroad. So super long. You go probably not even like a whole mile to get to school from where we lived. And so we're leaving this football game. We're going down this whole street. So my brother and him were stoned, and I'm over here just like just regular ass kid, just skateboard, hyped up on fucking Red Bull and Monster. Football game was crazy, you know, everybody was just exhilarating. So we're just walking down the street, you know, talking about it, the football game. And next thing you know, we're just like looking out into like the stars from the street, because there used to be like an overview of this like field and trees and stuff. And next thing we know, we see this fucking light change like colors. It goes from green, yellow to red, and it made like a little swoop, and it went whoom. And I tell you what, dude, fucking shit, you know, like we all like felt something different. Like we felt lightheaded, and me, I was just in total shock. I was like, did you guys just see that? Like, am I the only one? Am I tripping? And like Jalen and my brother Alex were like, yo, our heads feel weird. But like me being like 11 years old, 12 years old, I'm like ecstatic to see this shit, because when I was a kid, I used to like look up like in the library on the computers like UFO shit and aliens and stuff. So I'm like, I saw my first like alien UFO activity. Shit was wild. So like after that, I was just like stargazing for like years as a kid, and I never stopped. Fast forward in time, like I'm in the Navy and I see that shit out to sea, and it's super cool. Like you'll just be outside, you'll be like on the flight deck on a little area you're not supposed to be, and you'll just like stare up at the stars, and you'll just see shooting stars, and you'll see like flashes of yellow like lights just breaking physics that we know about, and you're just like sitting there just like, oh, what was that? And I have, of course, a couple buddies that have never seen one in their life, and I'm just like, that's a UFO, man. That's a UFO. And the thing is, like, people don't really like recognize a lot in the military. Like they've never experienced really anything like that. And they're like, what the fuck was that? I'm like, well, there's a difference between shooting stars, comets, sprites from the sky, and UFOs. You could tell what a UFO is, and I'll explain to them like how they go and their patterns. It's crazy. But that was the first time when I was younger, when I was like 11, 12, in like middle school. The second time I seen one, if I can kind of grasp because they all blend in together. I think I was at my buddy Robert Lalonde's. And like me and my buddy Robert Lalonde, this is when we were like 13, 14. This is when we started like getting heavily in like weed, smoking all the time. And then one summer night, it was me, him, my brother Alex, my buddy's sister, and his cousin. We were all on the trampoline, passing a blunt to each other. And I remember vividly looking up, and the star literally just went, and I was like dazed from this. Like what happened in that split second? It seemed like, I shit you not, like I thought I was speaking, but I was actually thinking out loud. Like my thoughts were so loud, it felt like I was speaking to them. And what I was saying, I was like, "Did you guys see that?" And then my buddy's like sitting over there on the other side of the trampoline. He goes, "You guys could just see that shit?" I'm like, "That's what I said." And then we're like, "No, you didn't." Like, I said this shit, and he's like, "No, you didn't." And I was like, "I'm not tripping on it. Like, I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping. No, there's no way." And then everybody else is like, "Yeah, I saw that too." And everybody was just trying to play it off like it was a comet. I was like, "No, no comet just comes down and goes back up. And no star does that." Like, low-key, I think we got abducted. Or we had like some angel show themselves to us real quick and go away. That was crazy. And then there was another night over there, probably in the same year, sitting on his roof of his shed in the backyard, and literally you would see like lights and these like, he had a cornfield around his house and like a forest a little bit back there, and literally you would see glowing lights back there, like pulsating, like blue, green, yellow, like the colors of the gay flag. Like you would see it. And literally like one night we were just like just watching it, because it would happen frequently, and then it like made a flash and flew up into the sky, and we were just like, wow, that's like insane. Like, Michigan's really like high on like UFO activity. It's insane. I don't know if you guys have been seeing this lately, but the UFO spottings, like from people being in like planes, like today, like the activity is getting higher, and thank God, like people are starting to like wake up to this stuff. Like the government's actually like putting it out. Like stuff like that needs to happen, because you wake up people and like you'll see the truth behind the classified documents that are blacklisted a little bit on the, or blacked out. You'll kind of put in sense, so you'll kind of get an understanding of what's going on. What else? But back to the video of people like being in like planes and seeing these like objects in the sky like shifting and making different shapes while flying, and like everybody knows the classic black and white video of the jet, and like the saucer just moving to like 90 degrees and flying away. Like, there's no, I don't know. If there is something out there, I don't think it's like, it's gonna be debatable with some people, but I'm pretty sure those are demons, like fallen angels, because no living being statistically could live going faster than the speed of light, unless they use the theory of warping space to get through like a wormhole. I don't know. Interesting.